Arizona Gives Day continues, and it is such an exciting day across the state as the community really rallies to help support so many incredible nonprofit organizations. More than 1,000 are listed here at azgives.org. I want to introduce you to right now Mackenzie Simmons from the Arizona Cancer Support Community. Thank you so much for being here, along with Willow. And first, Mackenzie, let me ask you, how important is a day like today? I mean, you tell your story all the time, but to be able to share it with more people, the incredible things you're doing, how important is that?
So it gives our organization the time to really focus in on not only acknowledging our current champions, donors, volunteers, but also expand on our awareness on a very, very large platform. Providing sustainable support financially to an organization that receives no federal or state funding is critical to ensuring that we continue on in the work that we do for another 19 years as we're celebrating our 19th birthday this year.
Congratulations, and you continue to grow. You guys focus on emotional support, helping cancer patients and survivors, 100% free to those who come and take part in your programs.
We do. So when you're diagnosed with cancer, whether it's you or you are a caregiver to someone, whether you're a best friend, a partner, a sibling, a parent, everybody is impacted by cancer. So at Cancer Support Community Arizona, 100% of our programs are free of charge. We have over 100 programs a month that are anything from healthy lifestyles to emotional support programs, to our teen programs, to youth and family, Spanish. We have lots of social programs to really connect individuals. And then we have resources and referrals. If we don't provide that resource to you, we absolutely will provide you the opportunity to connect within the community. For example, transportation, maybe food or financial barriers. We do not provide that support, but we have a whole directory that does. So when you walk in our front doors, which is in Central Phoenix at 7th Street and Palm Lane, our home is 110 years old. You walk in and you say hello to us, and we are there for you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. We have online emotional support at our website, cscaz.org. So when you think about being diagnosed with cancer, there's the clinical piece, there's a financial piece, and there's the emotional piece. And you can be emotionally bankrupt well after you're diagnosed and well after you're clear in the journey. So we're here to help you build those tools while you're going through it, and then to help you on into your next chapter as well.
And Willow, let me ask you about what you've been through. At age 14, you were diagnosed with cancer.
Oh yeah, I was diagnosed with undifferentiated sarcoma. It is really rare. There's only like 1 to 2 cases a year, and I was a lucky one. I had 19 rounds of chemo and 31 days of radiation, and I found Cancer Support Community like about halfway through a treatment, and they changed my life.
Let me ask you, what was it like for you at age 14 to be diagnosed with this rare and frightening word, cancer?
Well, I'll be honest, I didn't think about it too much. You know, I was 14, I didn't know what cancer meant. I didn't really know what cancer was. So when I was diagnosed, I was like, okay, whatever. But then, you know, as I started treatment, like halfway through, I think like right before I found CSCAZ, I realized like, oh my God, I'm dying. Like, am I gonna live or not? And that really hit me. I was really scared after that. And, you know, my dad, you know, he kind of held my hand and helped me, and then
what got you through that when you, like you said, when you have that realization that you don't know what's going to happen in your life, and you're so young?
Yeah. I didn't have a whole lot to cope with. Like, I didn't have a whole lot of tools to help me cope with the fact that I was dying. And so when I found CSC, I found friends and other teenagers who were also going through exactly what I was going through, and people that had cancer when they were teenagers, but they're now adults, and they understood what that was like, and I found all of that in CSC. And, you know, like I said earlier, it was my sanctuary.
Well, I think you said something earlier that was so important, and that is that when you're there in that environment, you're allowed to be a teenager. You're not
Yeah.
just a cancer survivor.
I'm not
You're-
just a cancer survivor. I'm a person. I'm a teenager. And when I met those friends in the community, we were just people. We got to have fun and talk about things that weren't always like cancer related. We were not our disease. We were people, and emotionally supporting and loving each other.
How big of an impact was that time period when you were able to get that emotional support, when you made those friends, when you had folks who looked at you as a person, not as a cancer fighter?
It changed. It transformed me into the person that I am today. I would not be the person I am sitting in this chair if it weren't for that support that I got. Because I even with my family, I was scared. And I've always said, even with my family, we had cancer, but they didn't fully understand. And so to be with people who had been through it and could shape my positive outlook and to have something to channel into, it shaped me.
Mackenzie, hearing that, how much you have been able to impact Willow's life and so many like Willow, that has to make your conviction even stronger.
Absolutely. So at Cancer Support Community Arizona, we're a team of 12. And serving 3,000 individuals, with which we have teens like Willow. We just had teen prom 2 weeks ago. Rock the house. Rock the house. It's critical to us to make sure that individuals in our community know that Arizona Gives Day is all hands on deck. Everybody in our community support organizations that they're passionate about, or introduce to organizations that they may want to learn more about. Cancer Support Community Arizona does not get any state or federal funding. So every single gift, we're really encouraging donors to be $19 a month recurring donors. We're turning 19 years old, as I said, this year. That creates sustainability for us and allows us, when Willow is a grown woman and she maybe has children of her own, come back and benefit from our programs as a mother, as a family member, a community member, and then give back to the young women maybe that will be coming up, that will be impacted by cancer.
Even the survivors are supported.
Absolutely.
And Willow, let me ask you, you said when you were diagnosed and once you began those 19 rounds of chemo and radiation and all of the things that you had to endure, you thought at first, or you felt that you might be dying.
Yeah.
But in fact, here you are.
Here I am.
Beautiful. And
Thank you.
and how is your health?
It's good. it's hit or miss though, because with all of that chemotherapy and all the radiation, I didn't come back scratch free. I have chronic pain, and I was just diagnosed with a cognitive disorder, which I'd never had a problem with before, and it never ends.
But you're
right
surviving.
after. I am surviving. And well, that's what Mackenzie was talking about. They help the survivors as well, because it just doesn't end when you finish your rounds of chemo. It never ends, because I'm always going to have my chronic pain, and so
Do
they're
you
always
have
going
hope
to be there
for your
me.
future?
Oh yeah. I have really big plans, because I learned really quickly that I only have so long, that life can be short. And so I have really big plans for the future. I really want to go all in to help Cancer Support Community in any single way that I can, because they have helped me so much. And I'm very excited to be alive today.
Yeah, beautifully said. Thank you so much for sharing your story. You're a very eloquent speaker.
Thank you.
And thank you for all
Thank
of the
you,
great
Carrie.
work you guys are doing. Again, more information can be found at azgives.org. And this is not just a one-day thing. Yes, this is a 24-hour push to raise money for all of these organizations and raise awareness. But the need continues year-round. So we do encourage you to go online, read more about what they're doing at this terrific organization and all of the others. And as Mackenzie, as you said, feel whatever feels right to you.
Yes.
I mean, that's how you can really be of
Absolutely.
assistance. So our coverage of AZ Gives Day will continue.